Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Uno of Dos Dollar Store Dining Dudes, Mike Canistero, is in as guest co-host. Erica Russell gets stuck in traffic and has to reschedule, but the high-energy Holly Shock keeps us going. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at WWSU1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
Hey, welcome to the Life Radio Show. It's that time of the week. Aren't we all excited?
I am.
It's the
I know I
most
am.
wonderful time of the week.
I want to start off by saying I noticed earlier today that I am on my final belt loop. If I lose any more weight, I'm going to have to get another belt. Or start cutting holes. Isn't that terrible?
No, that's great. Congratulations.
It's terrible. I got to get new pants too. I got to get new work uniforms. Everything. It's terrible. It's terrible. So far this year, like since February, when I've been actually keeping track, I'm down about 55 pounds now.
That's great.
From a year ago, probably 80-ish.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
wonderful.
That's,
Congratulations.
You doing the keto thing or just?
Oh, I know what.
It started as keto. I'm still trying to stick with keto every time I get a chance to. I've behaved myself today, but there's more to it than that. You know, that just I'm not eating much, Mike. It's
hard to do.
It is. It's hard to eat.
Eating is like food.
It is tough. Yeah.
Food is a good source of riboflavin.
And
Like
among other things.
Yeah.
Niacin,
Among other things. Yeah.
thiamine.
Good source of
And
carbon.
he's really cool with the Green Hornet.
Hey, Mike Canistero is in.
Yay!
Guest co-host.
Mike
I can't cheer for
Canistero.
myself. I hate myself a little bit.
Aw.
Well, we all do. We're
Yeah,
comics.
so
we
I
all
just,
have
like,
a little
kinda
bit
did
of
a soft clap,
little
like
bit
an
of self. Yeah, give you a golf.
LGBTGA
Yeah,
clap.
That's after you get a shot, a soft clap. Yeah.
The LGBT PGA golf clap. That would be a little more flamboyant. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Flaming.
Now we're just being offensive. Holly Shock.
Hi, everybody. Hi, folks. How you doing?
I was about to say, speaking
That
of
was
offensive, Holly.
Well, the audacity of you to say that to me right now.
Audacity is Audacity on?
But yeah, we
That's
are
in
recording.
Texas.
We got
Audacity, Texas.
We got Audacity up in time. So I hoped.
Yeah.
Open for Audacity tonight.
Yeah. So what's happened? Erica Russell was supposed to be in.
I
She's
know.
caught in traffic northbound 75 out of Cincinnati
Never heard
it's
of that.
75. Yeah.
Yeah.
75 is like the most useless stretch of highway, and especially from Cincinnati up into Dayton. It's just useless.
I
You
used to
can't go
think of
anywhere.
that until I went to Indianapolis yesterday.
Yeah.
And then
All of Indianapolis is just useless.
Yeah, well, just the road in Indiana, you don't fix a pothole by putting a sign 15 feet in front going, road hazard ahead.
That's true. That's
road
true.
hazard, okay.
That's a.
Well, actually, the most accurate road hazard sign I've seen in a while just says Route 35. That's all
Oh,
you
yeah,
need to know.
that's
one
a
big
lot of
hazard
fun.
right there.
And people they slow down to 80 miles an hour because of all the bad stuff on the roads.
Yeah, it's terrible. I can barely get up over 90 anymore.
Yeah.
I can't.
I know.
I can't stand that.
35 has a very wide range of speed. Like you
Yeah,
got
it
guys
does, it
doing
does.
90, and then you got somebody with like poultry in the back of a pickup truck. And they're from Clark County.
That's true. Yeah,
They're
that's-
always
yeah.
from Clark County. Now
Well,
that they
yeah,
got
yeah.
that.
Anytime if it's poultry, it's Clark County. If it's Dark County, it's pigs. If it's Preble County, it's meth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, that's
I don't
what
see
you
why
have
they
in
go
your
so
truck.
slow.
If you're,
They're the 90 people.
right.
But,
Yeah, those are the ones because they got to go get more meth. That's what
how
they ran out.
just
So-
on meth or something.
If they hadn't run out, they'd have never left Preble County. Probably,
Oh,
they'd have been
yeah.
okay there the whole. Well, actually, I think most of it's manufactured.
You could
there.
probably just stay there.
What's that?
You could probably just stay there, right?
Yeah,
In that
I'm
county?
pretty sure. I think that's required. If you're if you're in Preble County, just stay because
Where's
you got all the
Drexel
meth
at?
you want, huh?
Where's Drexel? What county's that in?
Is that
That's
that's
like north of
right?
Eden.
Yeah, that's
Drexel,
Did
right?
you say north of Eden?
North of
East of Eden.
That's a ways south of Eden. But
you south of Eden?
yeah,
What am I thinking?
You know what?
of?
You're on my
I don't
GPS,
know, I
aren't
don't
you?
know.
You're my
Yeah, I don't
GPS.
yeah.
I'm Liz
LBGT GPS.
Oh, yeah, please,
dyslexic,
just turn left. Just turn left, girl.
I'm AGP now. I'm so dyslexic. I'm AGPL.
AGPL.
So what's been happening, Mike? One half Uno of Dos Dollar Store Dining Dudes. Is it still Dining Dudes or just Dollar Dudes?
No,
in
yeah, I'm going to try to get Travis. He says he wants to call in later if he gets a chance. But we're still chugging along, and I'm planting squash all over the town. Is what I'm doing.
I have seen some of your squash planting videos.
And I'm filming it ahead of time, and I'm glad to say that I've gotten to the point where in one public park, I've planted a squash plant secretly, and now it's bearing fruit, and people can pick it.
All right.
And
like protest pick it or pick your fruit?
No, I'm going to tell people where they are at some point. There's one right on a prevalent intersection, just right in the mulch.
It'll be like a squash hunt.
Yeah, no,
as opposed to a squash.
It's kind of like geocaching.
Like Pokemon
with
Go
vegetables.
squash.
You know that geocaching thing where you go, I'm going to go find that.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Well, you get some coordinates. It's a geek thing, but this is kind of my way of just making people look up from their devices or just saying this is how easy it is to grow food, and also just really amuses the hell out of me.
Right. Well, it's an interesting concept, just randomly planting
seeds. I've planted hundreds of seeds. I got 7 plants left, but they're very mature now. And they're sitting out there. Just anybody could go and admire them, pick squash from them.
Yeah. So you're going to have
you don't need a squash license.
Have a master squash map.
Oh, cool.
Huh?
You're going to have to come up with a master squash map.
I will, but my map is constricting because I didn't factor in a bunch of things like Canada geese eat squash.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's where guns come in.
Well, I wish I'd have thought about that. Or contact explosives. I wish
right. There you
baited the thing with that, but it's just so that's what I've been doing lately. I'm trying to finish a novel, and then I'm going to be at your club this weekend. Sometime that I don't know.
Sometime
I don't know, doing the mop up after the contest where everybody counts the votes.
Because sometimes we need a lot of mop up.
Well, there's the counting votes mop up where it's not just mop up. It's like, hey, you got the votes counted. It's not just whether the checks are collected.
Right. Yeah.
Not that it's a hard job at all.
Yeah.
You get up there and everybody's been fluffed.
Yeah.
Everybody's
been fluffed. You just got to go up and mop up.
Everybody's fluffing, and they might be getting tired, and then you have to just act like an idiot.
That's
true. No, it's fine.
But you still don't know which show?
No, but I haven't reached out to Karen yet, but it's going to be either Friday or Saturday or Sunday.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, because I think that's all
early
3 of the
or
days
late or the Sunday.
one of the shows. Yes.
So
I'll going to be one out of the 5
I'll reach out
shows,
to her.
Yeah.
I'll reach to her.
Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, we do have 5 shows this weekend. We have Friday, we have a 7:15 and 9:30. Saturday, 7:15 and 9:30. Those are the preliminary shows for the Wiley's annual fireworks comedy competition. I'm competing at 9:30 show Friday night. So get out there and vote for
advantage
me.
there.
Oh no, absolutely not.
I mean,
well, I've decided if I do happen to get into the finals, because I didn't last year. I was in last year as a club owner, and I did not get into the finals.
Oh wow!
There's no bias here. There's no bias here.
But this year you got your picture flashing on the side wall for the ad for the show.
Exactly,
here.
I do.
That's the guy on stage.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to be checking people in at the podium most likely. So I might have a little sway.
Oh, cool sway. Yeah.
And I always thought, like with Rob Haney, I always thought that was a hard thing, like for people to take you seriously. Like you work for the club, and there's lots of comics who do.
Right.
So they're bussing tables or they're serving tables, and then next thing you know, they're up there doing their time. They're doing their 6 minutes on a Wednesday or a Sunday.
Nick Taylor works at the club. John Morris, we hired him to cook now.
Yeah,
so he's
and
cooking
that's
for
tough.
us.
So if you interact with them in one capacity, it's hard for people to be like, oh, that's the guy that. What the heck?
Right, that's the guy that took my money when I came in the door. Yeah,
so I
worked the podium most of the time. So
just to give you a little bit of forgiveness, I think that's a hard thing to have people accept you after they've seen you in another capacity like that.
Yeah.
So now you got all your excuses.
Because I don't need an excuse because I don't really. I think it would be in bad taste if I actually won.
It would be actually
So
weird.
I think if I do happen to get into the finals by some odd fluke, because like I said, last year I didn't, and I own the same place. But if I happen to get into the finals, I might pull an Ed John and just do nothing but crowd work.
Yeah.
You might,
He did that last year in the finals, and I thought, yeah, brilliant, Ed, do that.
Yeah.
Don't forget to bring your Solar Queen, too.
Right, the Solar Queen has got to accompany me everywhere I go.
I don't know the story of that.
That's just
It's-
it's the Solar Queen.
He won it.
I won it, and Holly's very jealous.
Well, I'm
'Cause,
jealous
see,
of everything.
Well, one thing you didn't know, Holly, is that Solar Queen was my nickname back in my roller derby days.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
They wrote about you. Mountain wrote about you,
I've
too.
never heard of a renewable energy roller derby stage name.
Well,
That is awesome.
Now you have. So.
Yeah.
It was a little cumbersome with the 16-foot panels on each side of the skates.
I mean, I could. Solar Queen, like what is it, Wind Farm Biatch or something?
Wind Farm
Yeah,
Biatch.
That was my arch nemesis.
I know. What else
Oh,
is
yeah.
coming? Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Wind Farm Biatch. That might be the name of this show. I don't know.
Wind Farm Biatch.
Wind Farm Biatch.
Well, most biatches are a wind farm, but I
That's
won't
true,
get into
that's
that. Well, it depends on what your definition
Wind
of a biatch.
That's a farming.
Isn't it great
Rip
when
rap.
you just stick an O in a word that you probably couldn't say? You could.
Yeah,
probably
no
can't say it.
Shiat.
Biatch.
You could say Shiat, couldn't
Yep.
you? Well, no,
Yeah,
then
why
that gets
not? Why
all
not?
like religious.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Well, not jihad. That's
Well, I mean,
different.
a Shiite.
different thing.
That's Shiite.
Yeah, that's Shiite.
Shiite.
Yeah, Shiite.
Shiite. My bad.
Oh,
Shiite.
Shiite.
I don't think Patrick is even listening, or he's
I
am
nervous.
listening.
over it.
Yeah.
he's like,
actually.
yeah,
That's
he's like,
how it
hey,
goes.
they're going to have to edit all this out.
I bought a new car.
Did you?
Yeah,
Did
it's a wait a minute. It's a Norway. It's a Norway Mexican combo. It's called a Fjord Fiesta.
Your Fiesta? That's fantastic.
Yes, fantastic. I put an O in there. Fantastic.
John, you're starting to make jokes as bad as I do now with the
Awesome.
puns.
The puns,
I've been
puns.
hanging around you too long,
Puns.
Patrick.
Right here for the puns.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Scotty Mays does a lot of good ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
true.
not in, so that was one for him.
Me eyes.
Fantastic.
Me eyes. MOAYS. Me eyes. Scotty. Well, I'm trying to do the O thing now, but that's too late. Bye bye.
That's all right. Welcome to the show, Holly.
Hi,
How you been?
how you doing? Thank you. Thank you very much for asking me to be on the show.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
it's a good thing I did because Erica had to cancel.
Yeah, I miss
She'll
her.
be
she
in next
canceled?
week.
I thought she was late.
had to cancel.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's-
it
Oh,
was-
okay.
Well, it was like her GPS was saying like she wouldn't be here till almost 8:00, and she was still not even past Monroe. So it's like,
Yeah.
we'll do
Yeah,
next
yeah.
week. So she'll be in next week.
Good deal.
Have a good show next week too. We have Erica Russell will be in, Luke Capasso will be in for
Oh,
the
cool.
second hour next week.
Sounds good.
Second hour this week. Who do I have? Jonathan
Jonathan
Snyder. Jonathan Snyder.
Oh, that's going to be good.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Esquire.
Good times.
Esquire.
Esquire. the
Esquire. He's an attorney, but no one
Oh,
knows.
is he? I did not know.
Well,
that.
let's
now,
try
now
into
you,
it.
now
He's
you-
probably listening to us
now,
on the way
now
here.
You've let it out.
He's wearing
He's
his
an
legal
attorney.
briefs.
You've let the attorney out of the bag. So
See,
I'm
he's
gonna have to-
smart. He doesn't divulge his career,
Right.
so
that
that he
makes
could be
sense.
taken seriously.
See, I should have done the same thing, as a maintenance man, because you don't want.
I think maintenance man probably has way funnier stories than lawyers do.
a lot of times, I would say you're probably right.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to, Holly? I know you've
Well,
been doing a lot of shows.
I've been doing planning too. I've been planning triffids all around everywhere.
Triffids.
Oh, it's an old sci-fi story.
Oh, okay.
okay.
There's walking man-eating plants that kill people and all that. It's real fun.
Nice.
Oh,
Boy,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, boy, that's like inside joke. Okay,
No, there's
Oh,
there's
inside
probably
me.
some-
You have to man
It's an
eating plant
inside me
inside you.
joke.
Is
Yeah,
that
baby.
what-
that's what I told the last guy. Inside me joke. Woo! No, things are going pretty good. I was down at across at Indianapolis yesterday at did the Lisa Shears show, The Gays of Our Lives. It's a
Yeah,
podcast.
how did that go?
That was a lot of fun. It was at the Bob and Tom Studio. Now, I did not know. That's a small country. They got like 6 studios. And I got up kind of around and I got lost like usually. Anytime I get within 2 miles of where I'm supposed to be, it takes me 45 minutes to figure out where I'm at.
Right.
So
you ended up at the Bob and Tom
I
show?
thought I passed the road, so I pulled in this one that said Studios. It was a TV. And he goes, "Oh yeah, you got to go back to the light, turn right, and then you turn left about 2 miles down." I go, "Okay, cool." So I went down. I found it. Yay! They let me in. And I said, "Lisa Shears show," and she goes, "Oh really?" He goes, "Yeah, Gaze of Our Lives. I'm supposed to be on." She's okay. She went to check. I was at the Bob and Tom studio.
Oh, okay. The
real one. So
They
it was
didn't
funny.
let
So
you
they
in?
were. I was talking
Snuck
to.
on that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I took some pictures, and well, actually, I was neat because I was doing this stuff, and they were writing down, and I was joking with them, and they were writing down how to get there and everything, and to where I was supposed to go, which I did. But Tom walks out, and he goes like this. On radio. Oh, hey, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Goes
Give
like
you a
this.
two-finger salute.
Two-finger salute, and I did a two-finger salute to him. Because
Long as you
one
don't
finger
do the
salute would
one-
make
yeah.
you never go on the show. So that was pretty neat. And then I went to their studio, and it was just a lot of fun. But I'll tell you what, the highway system in Indiana, I mean, even Ohio, the last 2 miles before you hit Indiana is bad. I think just to graduate you into Indiana,
gotta get
get used to Indiana.
You know,
So
like, here's
that
what's
was it.
coming. We got fireworks and RVs. Get your
Like they say,
they
come-
both make potholes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, we're going to put a highway system, and what should we do? I don't know, some roads and maybe do some stuff like that. It's like they didn't quite think anything out. Even when you get to Indianapolis and you're driving around those 17-lane things, it looks like 17 single roads. It's not like,
Yeah, pretty much.
it doesn't just, and once you get here, it's like, except, like 35's bad, but there's parts here that says, like I said, it says bump ahead, and all of a sudden it's like Grand Canyon ditch. The whole trip felt like you're sitting in the bridge of the Enterprise on the old show, just going, Captain, we got to do something about these bumps.
We're giving her all that she's got.
Well, we're going to know the asphalt we got.
We got no more.
Asphalt.
Yeah, it would have a fault after that.
Oh, yeah.
There's
absolutely.
nobody's asphalt but mine.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, that's perfect. Is that our first holly raspberry of the
In
show?
a while, yeah. First holly raspberries. The crop's growing in well.
Yeah. We got
Holly's raspberries all around.
Holly's raspberries and Canistero's squash.
How
Yeah.
come you guys get like breathe screens and we don't? Like you got like the windscreen,
Right,
breath thing.
the pop filters.
Pop filters.
Pop filters.
Yeah, they get a pop
so you don't
filter.
pop your
I
plosives.
feel like a pleb up here.
Well, the
Where can I
radio
get-
station
I'm
could
gonna
only
make my
afford
own.
2.
I'm going to fabricate my own later.
Yep, we could only afford 2 here on the
That's 'cause we can
radio show.
enunciate.
We're still low budget, Mike.
Well,
we-
it's
unlike you big bucks people, we can't just spread our seed all over.
I'm
know?
gonna.
Oh, speak for yourself. This
We
week.
can't spread our money, Sean.
I spent $2 for all those seats, so that's a lot.
Oh wow, yeah.
Dollar
that's-
store, 4 for $1. I got to say.
I
didn't even mean
Of
to plug
course,
the
yeah,
dollar
they
store.
should have been dollar store seeds. Is that part
4
of the
for-
dollar
4
store
for
dues?
$1?
Yeah, that's
No, I never done anything like that on our thing. I don't even
your
want to call it a
thing,
show.
yeah.
Seems grandiose.
Ooh,
Well, it is. It's
Web
a
series.
web series ish.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's
Because
fun.
you guys have kind of branched out from just doing food, though. You have other things.
We're
that
going
you're-
to, but that's a special announcement that I want to make maybe on a Friday at 5 p.m. Not today.
Okay. So Friday.
You gotta
at
like
5
plan it ahead. Now I don't know what Travis is going to call here about, but he's like,
Okay.
he,
That's
you
that's
know,
good.
it's
That's good.
Friday. You got to build up with this.
Now,
and
I-
you can't do an announcement without leaking it out first, without saying what the announcement is.
That's true. Now, I was going to ask you. I know you guys did a pizza cook-off with dollar store
Yes,
product,
Yes.
and with your pizza that you made on there,
it was terrible.
what were
Really?
you thinking?
With dollar store product?
What exactly was it? I can't even remember what it was.
It was a
but
crust with cauliflower.
Cauliflower,
And I thought
yeah.
because it was frozen riced cauliflower that it would be liquidy enough
Right,
that you
which
just
it's
cover
not,
it with
yeah.
cheese, and it's not, and it was
No.
terrible.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible. Like literally, if say you did a 72-hour fast, I know that you're a keto guy, but you
Right.
did a 72-hour fast thing, it would have been, you might have spit it out, even though you did a 72-hour.
Oh,
no,
was that bad.
It wasn't that
No,
bad.
I've actually gotten used to rice cauliflower because it's not that bad. You just
No.
you have to season it a little bit.
You gotta, yeah.
Because
Jack
otherwise
Daniels,
it's
yeah.
just-
I-
exactly. Jack. I use a little Stoli vodka.
Stoli.
'Cause, yeah.
Some hash.
Yep.
Hash on the
Yeah,
side.
a little bit
Sprinkle
of
a little hash.
just a sprinkle of hash.
Yeah.
You
Then you
don't
start
even know
snorting
that
it.
you're eating.
Yeah, more morphine
cauliflower.
drip on
You can't
pizza.
even
Snorting it
tell.
after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, my pizza was horrible, but I only went $4, and I should have just got some Alfredo sauce, and then it would have been I think
Yeah,
that
would
Oh, yeah.
that would
Oh, yeah.
carry
I think it
That
would have been
would've-
great,
yeah.
but I just cheaped out. That's what I
skip
always
the
do.
Alfredo sauce, or skip the riced cauliflower and
Yeah.
go with the Alfredo.
Now I
sauce.
got to say, Travis is a much more accomplished cook than I am. Like I cook a lot, but he seems to have a good feel for a lot of it. And he's a big guy. Probably that's why. That's
Yeah,
why.
The big guys can cook.
Yeah, I worked with him a couple days ago. He was freaking hilarious, man. That guy, he was the headliner up at the show I did Saturday up at.
Travis?
Probably another Travis. Might be
Yeah.
Travis.
Oh.
There's another.
Oh, I'm
Travis.
sorry. I was thinking Travis Charles.
Travis
Oh,
Charles.
okay.
Yeah, he's
Travis
funny guy.
Charles.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, I'm
He's a big
sorry. I
dude.
didn't mean that.
Well, yeah, 'cause
Oh,
I-
yeah. When you said that, I was
What's
like, oh,
the
okay.
chances
Travis.
there's two chunky guys named Travis?
That's so weird.
I don't see it happening.
That's Don's middle name, but he's
No,
lost
it's
a lot
not,
of weight.
actually, but
You have lost a lot of weight. You're looking very svelte.
svelte. Thank you.
Svelte?
Thank you.
Swedish.
Yeah.
Charlie
Swedish.
says hello, by the way.
Who?
Charlie.
Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
Yay!
Hi.
Yeah, she has to
she's-
run to a
she's-
show.
Yeah, she's getting ready to do a show tonight
And then recording
in Fort
recording.
Wayne, and then this weekend she's going to be recording at the Drop Comedy Club in
Woo-hoo,
South
yeah.
with
Cool.
Wendy Ferguson as a feature. And
Oh, that's
Nice.
another
Yeah,
wonderful
it's gonna be a
comedian.
great
Power
show up
female
there, so-
duo right there.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I am going to be stuck at the club because I so wanted to go up there for that. But I'm, of course, Friday night, Saturday night, I don't know if it doesn't look like it's going to be all that busy. I may head to South Bend. I don't know.
I give you permission if I'm doing
Okay.
Saturday night, but I don't know
I
yet.
appreciate that. You're
I
going to
gotta-
make
I
sure
gotta
you're going
reach
to
out
make
to
sure the
Karen.
crowd's light.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
I can turn
think,
some tables.
I think we have good. I think we have some good shows.
You should put me on an early show so I walk everybody at the end.
right, and it's
then-
that much quicker.
Then
that
you
would
get
be
the
a great
9:15
idea.
show, and that's
Would
probably
be
what
great.
Karen's already got it planned. She
Yeah.
just didn't want to tell me.
Yeah, that's what it is. She's going to make sure that on the Friday and Saturday early shows, she's going to have somebody terrible so they
There-
walk the crowd. Because we've got their votes. We don't care about them. Once we have their votes and their money, we don't
You got
care.
their votes and money.
Is Father Time in the contest? Or?
He's in the.
He's
contest
closing
of
out
life.
one of the shows.
He's closing on his own show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
I shouldn't.
I don't
I'm
know
sorry,
what happened
Father
to him.
Time.
I've not heard from him.
Yeah,
And I need to work.
I've heard that ever since he did this radio show, he hasn't been able to get booked. That's
That, what?
I love everybody out there.
I don't want to talk about the whole podcast showdown between you and Jason, but it's. I've heard the same thing from other sources.
well.
Yep,
Oh,
it ruined your career.
Yeah,
no, I've heard
absolutely.
the exact same story. I just gonna say.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like-
It'll do it. It definitely screwed mine up. All right.
Sometimes there's a good.
I wasn't
screw-up.
laughing.
Right, exactly. I'm going to It's time for the comedy rundown. Here's this week's comedy rundown brought to you by the legendary Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in Dayton's historic Oregon District. Call 224-JOKE or go to wileyscomedy.com for all the best in Dayton comedy. Tuesday, June 25th, tonight, open mic at Peach's Grill at 104 Xenia Avenue in Yellow Springs. That show starts at 8 p.m., so you better hurry. Also, the Dog and Funny Charity Show with Doug Bass is at the Dayton Funny Bone at 88 Plum Street tonight. Thank you, Mike. Wednesday, June 26th, open mic at Mila's Suburban Cafe at 606 Taywood Road in Englewood at 7 p.m. There's also an open mic at Buckeye Sports Lodge at 126 West High Street in Springfield. Also an open mic on Wednesday at South Park Tavern at 1301 Wayne Avenue. That show starts at 9 p.m. Hands off my queen. Also on
Queen's got a
Wednesday,
hand for you.
also on Wednesday, the Vibe Session Comedy Night at Hannah's at 121 North Ludlow Street in Dayton. That show starts at 9 p.m. Thursday, June 27th, open mic at the Spirited Goat at 118 Dayton Street in Yellow Springs. That show starts at 7 p.m. Also an open mic at the Barrel House at 417 East 3rd Street from 8:30 to 11 p.m. Also an open mic at the Hookah Bazaar at 958 Patterson Road. That show starts at 10 p.m. Sign-ups for stage timer at 9:30. Also on Thursday night, the That's What I Like open mic at the Therapy Cafe at 452 East 3rd Street in Dayton. And Friday through Sunday, June 28th through the 30th, Chris Franhola is at the Dayton Funny Bone at 88 Plum Street at the Green, and Wiley's annual fireworks comedy competition is at Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in the Oregon District. That is it. As always, check out wileyscomedy.com and DaytonFunnyBone.com for details and tickets to upcoming shows. And don't forget about the open mic at 7 p.m. at the Barrel at 857 West Central in Springboro. And you know what? I think, Patrick, we're going to get out of here. I'm going to play a little. This is Sorrow's song. The song is called Give Me Back My Soul.
That sounds pretty appropriate right now.
I should have snuck one of them. Wait, it's
And I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no-good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is. Hallelujah! All these... Where's the Tylenol?
Too long in the black, just wanna feel the warm sun on my back. All the special is gonna make me crack. I wonder how long I'm gonna last. I'm 12 too long in the black, just wanna feel the warm sun on my back. All the special is gonna make me crack. I wonder how long I'm gonna last. Give me back my soul. Take my fears and go. And I'm drained from the pain. So give me back my soul. Unfinished business leaves a bitter taste. I gotta change my path before it's a waste. Sometimes my heart is full of hate. Gotta change my path for it's too late. Unfinished business leaves a bitter taste. I gotta change my path before it's a waste. Sometimes my heart is full of hate. Gotta change my path for it's too late. Give me back my soul. Take my fears and go. And I'm drained from the pain. So give me back my soul. When hope is lost, all turns to black. Surviving the rapture. When hope is lost, all turns to black. Surviving the rapture. When hope is lost, all turns to black. Surviving the rapture. Give me back my soul. Take my fears and go. And I am drained from the pain. So give me back my soul.
Hey, this is Don Smith from the Life Radio Show. Do you like telling jokes? Are you the class clown? Do your friends always tell you you're funny? You want to prove them wrong? Well, nearly every Sunday, Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in Dayton's Oregon District brings you Wiley's Sunday Comics. You can be the one on stage making people laugh. Or not. All you have to do is send an email to WileySundayComics@gmail.com and follow the instructions in the reply email, and you can tell jokes at Ohio's oldest comedy club.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
I'm ready to get old. I am. You know why? I grew up with an Atari 2600. Yeah, that's right. One of the joysticks on that, same joystick on a hover-around scooter.
All right, we're back on the Life Radio Show.
I'm pretty close to the hover-around scooters.
Yeah,
close.
it's getting there.
It's in my future.
I want them to hover, actually, like maybe hook drones to them or something.
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
That'd be good.
Oh,
just,
hover
just an
around.
actual hovering
Hover around, you know. Go to senior
A
citizens.
hover flutter. That would be like a
Hover
some
flutter.
sort of thing, like you see some sort of like a hover flutter.
We
And
could
it's
try
like
them out
not
at
a
senior
hover-around.
citizen centers
There's
first
no-
to make sure they're safe because they, you know,
right,
they're
yeah.
expendable.
But
After the hover flutter, they'll be like, why did we flatten out the sidewalks and take out the, we could have just, if the hover flutter was coming.
My hover's all aflutter right
yeah,
now.
you got you got a case of the hover flutters.
I got a case of the hover.
The hover
Bye.
hovercraft. Hover round craft.
Crap.
Macaroni and
Crap.
cheese.
Hovercraft.
Hover
yeah.
crap.
Hover
Yeah,
crap trap.
That's what you need next is a hover crapper.
Yeah.
A hover
Hover
crap,
crapper.
that's what you do in public restrooms is the hover
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah.
That's
Or in the woods above an
Because you
anthill.
don't- yeah, or in the woods.
What do you
yeah.
think about this business idea? Strictly business, okay? So, as instead of like calling it an adult diaper, you call it a crapkin. Something a little bit
All
more.
new Depends Crapkin.
Isn't that the guy that runs around with Santa Claus in Germany? Krapkin? Release the Krapkin.
That's funny. Crapkin.
Release the
Crapkin. It's not a napkin.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
crapkin.
yeah.
Krapkin.
Well, it is a napkin,
It's not
but it's
a
a napkin
napkin.
for the crapper.
It's
It's a
a
napkin
crapkin.
for your.
But why aren't they calling toilet paper crapkins? It's the same thing.
It's basically
Because you don't just use them for it for that.
No,
I'll
you,
take your
it's-
word for it. Yeah.
yeah, you can make like movie flip books.
Craper towels.
What's
They're
that?
Craper towels. is what they
Craper
are.
ta-
There's
craper
the-
towel.
They have a roll.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So it's
Craper
that's
towels.
not a crapkin. It's a
Crapper
crapper
towel.
Yeah,
towel.
and come
Crapper
out,
towel.
come out with
Towels, y'all.
come out with a toilet paper for kids. Count Crapula.
Count Crapula.
Count Crapula.
Crapula.
Blah blah blah
Blah.
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 The extra for the win.
For the win. A blah for the win
I
there,
think
Alex.
Don's quitting now.
Yep, I'm done. We should probably find some news stories. Do we want to hit some news stories?
I mean, we need to inform the people.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
I mean, that
absolutely.
we have a mission.
We have an
We do.
information payway.
By we,
This-
I mean
this
a guy
just
who
in.
just comes in here once in a while.
This just in.
And
I
has no
my ear
responsibility.
wasn't itching. I was just getting a fresh news story in.
This, news,
Go ahead.
this news corporation is sponsored by Florida News.
Actually, not this one.
Oh,
usually
this one's
Florida.
this one's over in England. Jolly-o day.
Hey, right.
A symbol of the
Cheerio.
holidays ended up causing a scare on Wednesday when authorities in England had to investigate a Christmas decoration that was mistaken for an explosive. The Metropolitan Police Department's Tower Hamlets Bureau said the officers were called to Wapping in East Wapping. It could be Wapping. Yeah, there you go. That's a whopping queen you got there. In East London after, quote, a possible unexploded device washed up on the shore of the River Thames. The department posted a photo to Twitter of the grimy sphere, which turned out to be nothing more than an oversized holiday decoration. Luckily, upon closer inspection, it's a giant glittery Christmas bauble, police said. A giant glittery Christmas... giant glitter... Yeah, we better...
The Queen would not
Don't
approve.
say that! Don't say that!
Off with his head.
Don't say that. It's 1790.
He said glittery Christmas.
25% off.
Well, she's a billionaire. She can afford it.
Yeah.
Crown in there.
Right, is that your Christmas bauble?
Um,
The bauble. That's just
so we're supposed to have a take on that whole thing that we didn't pay attention to.
exactly.
Yeah.
Mike, take it away. That's something with the Queen, I'm guessing.
No, I'm it's a Christmas decoration that was supposed to be an explosive device.
All right.
Well, you think,
most
Sherlock
of them are.
Holmes?
Depends on your family.
Depends, like Krapken.
Krapkins.
Yeah, sorry, I should have paid attention.
Moving on.
I just thought I wanted to put the Queen in the camera so bad I didn't pay attention
Yeah,
to
sometimes
Queen
you
and
just
the
have to
camera
put
and the
Queen
silver
in the
spoon.
That's all
the
there is
Thames.
to it.
It's
Going to crap on the man in the
THC
moon.
what?
THAMS. Thames.
TMI.
Thames.
Yes.
River
Thames.
Thames.
Thames. The River Thames.
She's
All
my
right.
Cyndi Lauper sang that song.
Cheerio, mate. Oh, freaking
Thames
granola
after
nuts.
Thames. Tamings of the shrew. We just drowned him in the river.
Cheerio. Shredded wheat.
Shredded wheat.
Hey, speaking of shredding, a Southern California credit union is inviting members of the public to dispose of their old documents in a Guinness World Record paper shredding attempt. San Diego County Credit Union has said it's hosting a, quote, super shred event June 15th, so we missed it, at SDCCU Stadium in San Diego, where it hopes to break its own record of 898,931 pounds of paper shredded in 8 hours. The record, formerly held by I can't even
Hillary.
remember the name. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to say Enron, but that's
just deleted.
but
It's
most
different.
people, yeah.
I'm just joking.
The record, as well as the record for most paper shredded in 24 hours, was previously set at a Super Shred event in 2017. SDCCU encourages the entire community to fill their vehicles with personal documents that need to be shredded and come to SDCCU Super Shred event at SDCCU Stadium on June 15th, but you missed it.
Was it
SDCCU
a
President
pay-per-view?
and CEO Teresa Campbell said. So, yeah, I think that's just an excuse for them to get rid of a bunch of incriminating evidence.
I'm
That's
retired,
really-
Don. I'm retired, and I wouldn't even get that bored to go see a shredding event.
You know,
But
a
it's
bunch
for
of
the
Unless it's
Guinness
shredded
Book of
wheat.
World Records.
bunch of skateboarder dudes came up and we're here to shred, man.
Yeah. Now,
Where's the shredding event, man?
shred this thing.
now, if the shredding machine was
these documents. These are W-2s, 1040s,
1040, man.
1099.
99ers,
INTs.
dude. Yeah.
You're gonna shred all these statements.
Don't forget the
That-
Schedule C's.
I'm just going to let them keep going, see how long they can go.
Oh, if the shredding machine was like half a football field big.
The 8949 form 8949s, capital gains and losses. I do my own taxes. Can you tell?
God.
I
Hey,
don't
good
know.
job, good job.
I do mine too. I just throw them in
I
a drawer and hope no
I
one
screw
calls
them
me.
up every year, but I do.
Well,
do
yeah,
'em.
that's all that
Every year
matters.
the IRS is like, you gave us too much money. I'm like, really? I was
That's-
just scared
that's
of you.
terrible,
'cause-
yeah.
I know, it's terrible. I screw up on the side of being paranoid and go, oh, well, I think it's this or that. I just pay them the money. See if
Yeah.
They always
Yeah.
correct it.
Oh,
They
yeah.
always correct it and send you money.
Well,
back.
that's the thing. If they're going to correct it, why don't they just do it to begin with?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because they know what you owe.
Exactly.
Actually.
It's like, hey, you calculate this. We're just lazy. You tell us how much money you owe us, and then if you send us the wrong amount, we're coming at you.
I'm going to take the deduction for being blind some year.
I should.
It's a trick question. There's a box. It says, check this box if you're blind. And I'm like, that is a trick question.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just put a check mark. I just put a check mark like near the box. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On
because
the
if
table,
you're,
like,
on the
if
table
you're,
by
if
the-
you're spot on, it's a dead giveaway.
Nothing like doing 5-year-old jokes on
Check this box if you do not understand English.
Yeah,
I
that's,
think that joke's on one of your CDs.
It is.
now that'd be cool if
Which
they
are
shredded.
available on Amazon.
Yeah,
I don't
Hagasaga
care.
Fargo.
Sorry, if you're blind, you won't be able to figure out how to buy it.
They should shred through the helicopter blades. That'd be cool. Drop
What's
all
that?
the shreds through the helicopter blades. Have the armed forces come in, run all the helicopters, and drop all the paperwork through that. I would
Yeah,
do that,
yeah.
or blow it up.
And then drop it to the earth like Easter eggs.
Oh,
Yeah, something like that.
there we go. There
There
we go. To no, absolutely nowhere.
There we go. A visitor to a Canadian museum was able to crack the combination to a safe that has been locked for over 40 years on his first try. The Vermilion Heritage Museum in Alberta said the safe had once been inside the Brunswick Hotel, which closed in the 1970s, and it was brought to the museum in 1992. Museum officials said repeated attempts were made by experts to get into the safe, but despite the attempts, it has been locked tight for about 40 years before Stephen Mills and his family stopped by the museum. Mills, who has no experience cracking safes, was given permission to attempt to open the 2,000-pound metal box, and he managed it in about 30 seconds using the first number combination that popped into his head, 20, 40, 60. 40 years.
That's just
Safe-cracking experts could not figure out 20, 40, 60.
Or a supercomputer.
That's probably
Right.
what you would do. Yeah. Just like, what's your password? Password 1.
Right.
Capital
Yeah.
letter P.
Who's gonna pick that one? That's so stupid.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's what an idiot would have on his luggage.
What was in it? Did you say what was in it?
I have the same combination on my luggage.
Yeah.
Was
I get
anything
it.
in it? Cool.
Yeah, what was in it?
It didn't even say. That's what's bad. It
solar
didn't even
queen?
say. Yeah, so there was a solar powered waving queen.
Well, that'd probably be steam powered back then.
That's true. That's true.
Steam-powered queen.
Well, I think that one originally was too. Not that particular model, but the
No,
original
she's
that
steam-powered.
queen was old enough to be steam powered.
That would actually
Originally.
be pretty damn cool on the dashboard, I think. And then where's the solar
In her
cell?
purse. It's in her
Oh,
purse.
there it is. Oh,
Yeah, the
that's so
sun's got to
cute.
shine on the queen's
That
purse
is
in order
so
for her to
cute.
wave.
And then when you press a horn, it goes, "Move, peasants!
Yep. Out of the way, you
Here's
peasants.
why I'm driving this bloody car.
She doesn't.
I need to take a royal crap."
A historical marker. Go ahead.
No, I think
Okay.
it was stupid.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. Most of this is. Have you seen this? Have you heard this show before?
No, I think I've been on it like 15 times. I think I
yeah,
should
quite
have
a
just
few,
not
quite a few.
apologized at all.
Exactly. Why bother? It's
Well, I'm sorry, I was stupid. Oh,
Here's
Yep.
my pre.
Where have I been for the
We're
last
on
4
the air,
years?
yeah. A historical marker has been placed near the river where two men in southern Mississippi said they were abducted by aliens in 1973. News outlets report the city of Pascagoula dedicated the marker Saturday at Lighthouse Park. Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker said they were on the shores of the Pascagoula River when what appeared to be aliens pulled them aboard a UFO, examined them for about 30 minutes, and then returned them to Earth, apparently not satisfied with what they had. Both reported the event to the sheriff's department and were checked out at a hospital after it happened on October 11th, 1973. The story has become known worldwide. Parker published a book about the experience in 2018. Hickson died in 2011. And now they have a historical marker
nice.
for where they were abducted.
Interesting. I want to know what kind of probes were done.
Exactly.
That should be part of the historical marker.
Yeah, it should be an alien with a big...
It is a
it's
historical
always
marker.
The,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what do they learn from that.
I don't know. Good,
That-
but
that
they've
I like
been
cheese?
doing it for years. Yeah, they've been doing it for years. I guess to test our diets. Even alien movies like E.T. come around. He's
I
got
would
that
not
big
mess with
long
E.T.
thing-
'cause you
got
know that
big
finger's
long
hot.
glowing
Yeah.
finger.
And then they'd be like,
Absolutely.
ouch. And you'd be like, ouch. And you'd be like, ouch. You'd be like, ouch. I'm just telling you, it's
Yep,
ouch.
get it out of there.
Oh,
Like, that thing is glowing.
yeah, good.
And then you're like,
Why, Mike,
eyeballs
you're
light up.
positively glowing.
That finger is glowing, E.T.
Finger licking good.
Man, E.T., your finger is just glowing. And your belly. His belly
right?
glows,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I thought about that.
We need
yeah,
a
it does.
KFC
It does.
commercial
That's
with-
because somebody else's finger was.
Time for a digital release.
What's that?
Yeah, you find out like the other story that someone needs to do an off story of E.T. and what the finger really.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
just
E.T.
I wouldn't doubt
This-
there's fan fiction online about
Yeah,
that.
I know. Like that's what I meant. Fan fiction.
they were looking
We
at
just
their
renamed
still.
the show, Mike. It's E.T. Beyond the Finger.
Well, I hope we can rename it again too.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
I'm sure we will. But that's
that's
what
the
we have.
number
That's
one slot right now.
right. That's the front runner at the moment. E.T.
Yep.
Beyond the Finger.
M&M's.
They're probably looking at their own still. What they were so high. What
Who's
the hell's that thing? It's oozing booze.
As cute and lovable as seals are,
Aww.
their contributions to the musical canon have frankly been minimal at best. But that could theoretically change now that researchers in Scotland have taught 3 gray seals to actually sing songs like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star and the Star Wars theme. Scientists at the University of St. Andrews raised the seals from birth in order to study how successful the animals might be at vocal learning, a skill crucial for learning a language, but one that is relatively rare in animals. According to a news report published in the scientific journal Current Biology, researchers wanted to see whether the seals could be taught to copy melodies in human formants, the parts of speech sounds humans use to encode information.
Hugh Holly joke.
Oh, well, I forgot what it was already.
You did?
Yeah, what was
It's
it?
a duo.
Oh, Seals and Croft.
I was going to say it's nice that a seal can actually sing for a change.
Oh, Seal. Oh, man.
Oh,
He had marks on his face. He was nice.
Yes, he did. Is that what made him nice? Was the marks on his face?
I don't. I have
Seal.
no. I have
How
no
can
dog
you-
in the fight. I have no seal in this fight.
Yeah.
Was he singing the Bill Murray version of Star Wars? Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars.
Could have been.
Yeah, because
I don't think
like,
they were
there's
actually
no words
singing.
to the theme.
Right. They were
Seals are
just
cool.
doing the
I mean, they
they
go,
were just doing the
or,
sounds.
or,
Right. They were just
or.
that's all it is. They were barking the sounds.
Seals are cool
At the right
animals. They're
tones,
so
though.
cool. I'd like to go clubbing with them. Hey,
But I'm
stupid. I'm rivaling the pun ship of Holly Shock.
Oh,
Pun duo.
oh no.
Pun showdown.
I'm going to seal with a kiss on that one.
That's a very fishy pun.
Yeah, we need
Very
to teach the
fishy
seal how
pun.
to laugh like Holly. That's what we need.
I can
the
just see
Holly
him.
seal.
Yeah, train it. Sing that damn thing. That's pretty close.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were Scottish. And close enough.
Close enough.
That's what they
The
did
Loch
with.
Ness Seal.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say it.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's what they did with Hannah Montana, or what's her name?
Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, yeah.
Barbara.
Yeah. Miley.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, her daddy's doing good again.
Is he? Nobody
he's-
cares.
He's on that number one rap song that one black gentleman released that he was on the top. It was like it's actually number one country song now or something like that. Yeah. He was on
Billy
BE
Ray Cyrus.
and
a rap
him and
song
his
that is now a
well,
crossover
was the
rap
other, there was a
video.
black
thing
rapper.
Oh,
yeah.
crap.
Country rap. It's
Country
crap.
rap.
I like
crap.
that. Yeah, crap.
Exactly. Which is
sea
weird
rap.
because most country is crap to begin with.
You like sea rap? Country rap?
Yeah, I like Chinese.
That would be a way to
and
slide
I like
it in
sushi.
there. Just
Sea
Yeah,
rap?
sea
Even
wrap.
though
There you go. Yeah, sushi.
sea wrap.
Wrapped in seaweed.
Weed.
That's what would make this show
ETC
better.
weed.
Yeah.
ETC weed.
The family of a 15-year-old Kansas boy is breathing a sigh of relief after doctors were able to remove a 10-inch knife that was lodged in his brain. Eli Gregg was playing Saturday with other kids when his mother, Jimmy Russell. That's what the article said. His
I know,
mother,
it's crazy.
Jimmy Russell, heard him scream loudly outside of their home in Bourbon County.
Bourbon
his
County,
mother's
too.
name. His mother's name was Jimmy Russell.
Had a
This
beard
is-
slightly shorter than
this-
Don's.
Yeah.
This is, yeah.
Yeah, at first she figured it was just part of the horseplay. She quickly learned otherwise. Russell told Inside Edition he came to the door, and when he opened the door, it was blood, and he had a piece of metal stuck in his face, and it was really shocking. As opposed to all the other times, it was just like, eh.
Yeah. Right on his face.
Apparently, Eli was handling the knife when he fell, and it went through his face, becoming embedded in his skull. The tip of the blade stopped right at his carotid artery.
Ooh, right at
Wow.
his
Wow.
carotid artery.
Right
Yeah, he
at
just got himself lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what you do? You leave it in. right?
Yeah.
You leave it
Well,
in
yeah, you don't want to yank
for
that
the
out
rest
with
of your life.
Exactly.
And then you just to be like, hey, you walk down a dark
Yeah,
alley.
ain't nobody gonna mess with you. You got
You'd be
a
like,
knife
I
stuck
already
in your
No,
face.
been shanked.
Stand back,
Like, yeah,
mister.
bring it.
I already been
Bring it.
shanked. You
What
got
more are you
than
gonna
this.
do?
This one, I let this one grow in. And it turns out I just went the wild axe
Yeah,
throwing.
if you have an ingrown shank.
Ingrown shank.
Ingrown Shank is the next episode title.
It could be, but
Yeah.
I think
I know you
E.T.
like the other
Beyond
one.
the Finger is still
Yeah.
better than the ingrown shank.
TV on the shank.
He would never get attacked in prison because he's already been pre-shanked.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he shows up at prison pre-shanked.
Yeah.
Shawshank.
Yeah, I shanked
Pre-Shank
Yeah.
Redemption.
Pre-shank redemption. There you
it
go.
is. There it is.
Ta-da. Yeah. Woohoo!
Yay,
Mike
Stephen
does it.
King.
Whoa, almost.
I like how the titles change like
Yeah.
18 times. I'm not even going to get excited about that
Pre-Shank.
one.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Pre-Shank
Pre-Shank
Redemption.
That's good. I like
It
that.
kind of makes sense.
This is really the only purpose of this show is to come up with titles for this show.
I shanked a shark one time.
If we ever had a show where we did shank the shark, what?
Shank the shark.
Take that, shark.
Shark shanking.
Shark shanking.
Oh, I thought you said shart.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
shark at that. No.
If you ever are in need to shank a shark, you've probably already sharted. That's
Yep.
really that's
If I ever saw a shark, I'd shart.
what
Ever
about
shanked a shark? I shot.
What about
I
a
wouldn't
shark?
be able to
That'd be a
shank it.
shark shanking shart.
I'd be shanking. I wouldn't be able to shank. I just
Who would shank a shark? A skanky shanking shark.
skanky, skanky
I
shark.
think we're making a new hit album here in the studio right now.
So much alliteration.
Charlie, here's a track for you.
And the shark said,
Yeah.
"Shank, shank, 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 shank."
Skanky, shanky
Yep,
shark.
Skanky,
I got the
shanky,
shark
shank,
shank,
shank, shank.
That's our new children's book. New
Skanky,
children's
shanky
poppy
shark.
book.
How can I hear
Pop-up
Charlie actually singing that? Like it was the ranch
You're living in a
dressing
shack
song.
at your shark shanking shanty.
Shank.
Oh, arr, I got me shark shanking shanty.
I took a shark in my shark shanking shanty.
Shanty.
Suffering succotash.
Shanty. Shard of a.
He's a shanty. He's a shanty.
Shart if I ever heard.
He's a shanty start of a sailor. I tell you.
Now let me go in my shanky shark shed with the shark.
Everybody needs a shart and shank.
We need a shirt and shanky shed.
Along with their what was that?
I meant to say a shart and shack because a shart and shank
Shart
is like
and
a
shack.
piece, like a
Baby
knife to
shark
get the.
and
Yeah.
Shard and shack. That was the rest areas on Ohio highways before they were the shard and shack.
I was so afraid of dropping a wallet.
And then you sit on a hole.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys
yeah,
are probably no. You're old enough.
Oh, I remember that.
You're old
and you
enough
just
to
Don's
start it
probably
as
don't
shit.
want to
young.
drop your wallet because you look down and you wonder if crud's down there.
Oh, yeah,
Chuds.
yeah.
That's
Mud.
it, chuds. Yeah,
Yeah,
crud's
mud,
are
crud, and
cheap
chud.
cousin.
Yeah.
Chud shart.
Shard and shack.
We're-
It's a little known place where we go crap together.
Jonathan Snyder's driving right here, and he's like, "I got to mop up after this."
Never want to mop up after a shart. Police
Shart and
in
shack.
Wisconsin say that.
I'm glad
I like
you
how
know,
we
we
dance
get some-
around the edge of what we can do.
Yeah, we're probably
radio.
gonna say it. If we keep this up, it
We're
won't
not
happen.
cussing. We're not being dirty.
Exactly.
Well, the sharks are dirty, but
I know. It's,
I don't even know if we have time for another news story. What's the clock? Yeah, we got
7:55.
time.
Who
We got time
switched it
for
to
one
military time?
I did.
I imagine. Yeah.
Police in Wisconsin said they're on the lookout for a loose kangaroo.
Loose
You're
kangaroo.
shot with the
Because you
shank.
never know.
A
You
loose
never
what?
know when you're kangaroo.
oh, yeah, okay.
Now, by loose, what do they mean?
Yeah, exactly.
How you doing?
Yeah, the
I mean,
Wisconsin
she's going to
police.
take me home and punch me in the
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
What's in your pouch? Or you just happy to see me?
Police in Wisconsin said they're on the lookout for a loose kangaroo after a marsupial was reported hopping across the highway walking bridge Monday morning. The Grand Chute.
The awkward pause after that is even more hilarious.
The Grand Chute Police Department said a caller reported.
That's the police department. Grand shoot.
Crikey, mate! He hopped over a walking bridge. Killed him.
It's a walkabout bridge.
Time down.
It said a caller reported spotting a kangaroo hopping across the walking bridge over Interstate 41 about 7 a.m. Monday. It's just commuting
Right
to work.
after happy hour.
Grand Chute Community Resource Officer Travis Waz said
Was
W-A-A-S.
Yeah,
Waz. He was.
Wise.
He was at work when it happened. He said the kangaroo was reported heading east from Fox City Stadium. Apparently, there wasn't a Kangaroo City Stadium.
Watching rugby.
Officers wandered the bush and thicket looking for signs of the joey, but were unsuccessful. It would appear the kangaroo had hopped along, police tweeted.
Do you have any identifiable marks?
Yeah, the police tweet ruined an otherwise fun news story.
Yeah.
About
Wandered
a
the
grand
bush and
shoot
thicket.
about a grand shoot kangaroo loose in the bush.
I like how they're like, it's heading east as if like a kangaroo is
Right,
just like
it's
an
not going to
airplane.
change direction. It's just going to.
It's just like he's heading
It's a
east.
unidirectional kangaroo. It can't change.
Let's hit the Sydney weatherman now. Oh, I see the kangaroo. He's going 4 miles an hour up northwest. Oh, yeah, that's a direction, ain't it?
Yeah,
that's
it's
not
actually up in the
direction. That's
Northwest
up.
Territory.
Northwest Territory
Up in the Northern Territory.
with a dingaroo.
Dingaroo.
Or Winnebago? What are those things called?
A
Oh, what was the
Winnebago.
one
I
with
think
the
it's a
square
Winnebago.
poop? Square poop?
Oh, wombat.
Wombat, that's it.
Cubic poop.
Cubic poop.
Not square, otherwise, unless you step on it, then it becomes square.
Well,
It
you're
starts
good
out
with
cubic.
math. The square poop or
The
whatever.
square of
Poop
poop.
of-
The square of poop.
Root.
Yeah, cube.
The
poop.
root square
Yeah.
of certain
Cube
pooping.
root
Yeah.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
Hoopy certain pooping.
The Swedish shirt and chef.
That's a
Shirt
bad
and Shack.
restaurant chain, man.
Go to the Shirt and Chef.
Shirt and chef.
Shirt and
That
Shack.
needs to
That's
be
like
the
Shuck and
next.
Shack up
that-
there, up
yeah.
north there.
I'm
the
sorry,
Shuck-
my sips a little runny.
Shuck and
Yeah,
Shack.
you want gravy on that?
Is that
Never
still a
get-
thing? Shuck and Shack. Up,
The Shuck
up
and
on,
Shack?
Up in Inglewood. That's where you're kind of from.
There
On
a Shuck
48.
and Shack up
There was
there?
a Shuck and Shack when I first moved to
Was that
town
like
in
shrimp?
1995. Yeah, it was like
Okay, I think
clams.
because I remember they were all over.
It was
they were
okay,
all over
okay,
Detroit.
yeah. I
Shuck
vaguely
and Shack.
remember that.
Yeah, I remember it being on 48.
Yeah.
Yeah, I vaguely remember something like that. I never. I
don't
didn't
need
give a
to be
shuck.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Patrick,
Yeah.
I think we should take a break. Holly, get out. no,
Holly, get out. All right. Bye,
can
everybody.
you can stick around if you want. You know, I don't really care. I don't care what you do.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Jonathan.
Huh?
Jonathan's coming.
Yeah, Jonathan's going to be in, so maybe.
Within
Maybe.
a minute. Oh, let's go the wrong direction.
I haven't seen him.
All right, Patrick, take us to break. We'll be
Bye,
back.
everybody.
We'll be
Bye,
back
bye,
with
bye, bye,
whoever
bye,
the
bye.
hell decides to stick
Shark,
around.
shark, 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 shark.
Thanks for listening to the Life Radio Show podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network or wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, with repeats on Wednesdays from 10 to noon and Thursdays from noon to 2. You can also stream the show live at WWSU1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email thelife1069@gmail.com.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence.
That thing is glowing.
Yeah,